What up, everybody? It's BBK Dragoon, and welcome to a DRGs update. This is a channel update. I'm going to be talking about the last couple months, what's ahead for the channel, what you can expect here, kind of some personal stuff about me, and I'll also talk about some YouTube partnership things that I promised you that I would speak about a few months ago. Now, right off the bat, DRGs update is a series that the last one I did was in December 2013. Had to go into YouTube and look that up, and when I did, I was kind of like, oh my gosh. Where did 2 years go? That was at a time I was going into my last semester of university. I was working part-time and going to school with 19 credit hours. So I don't know how I survived. It was straight up a hard time in my life. Like, that was just very hard, but got through it, got the degree, and here we are. And if you're not interested in channel update stuff or personal things, no worries. We'll see you next time. I'm not going to be giving like gameplay tips or reviewing any weapons in this video. But if you are somebody like me, you know, the YouTubers I like to watch, I enjoy when they give channel updates and kind of let their viewers know where their head's at, what's going on with the channel, that kind of stuff. So if you're one of those people, just, you know, throw me on the background. This is a pretty sweet Warzone game, by the way. So I think we should just actually immediately start by saying thank you. The channel now has over 33,000 subscribers. Now, I know you've heard 1,000,000,001 YouTubers say, that's insane! It is, though, to be cliche and to totally fill that YouTube thank you vid trope. It is insane, and thank you guys. I couldn't have dreamt of this. I mean, I couldn't have predicted it. It's really cool, and I thank you all for supporting the channel and just being awesome. You know, a few months ago, actually, you know, 1 year ago, this channel had 9,000 subscribers. So a lot of stuff has happened in the last year. I began working with Planet Destiny in February, and that taught me a lot. Anytime you upload videos for 400,000 subscriber channels, it teaches you some stuff. You learn that about, on those big channels, that, you know, 90%, 95% of people are pretty nice and supportive. And then there's about 5% of people who are just vicious, just totally mean, toxic, and the stuff they say is so aggressive and attacking and whatever. But it helps you refine the videos that you put out. I also, since last November, have uploaded 3 videos a week for a full year, which was my goal. Last November when MCC came out, I told myself I'm going on a schedule, I'm sticking to it. And it worked in the last year, 3 videos a week, and I have not missed a single week. If you are a YouTuber or a content creator, man, getting on a schedule, that might be one of the most important things you can do. Your subscribers learn to expect videos from you, and at what time and what interval that might be. It doesn't mean you have to upload 5 videos a week. You could upload 1 video every 2 weeks, but as long as you maintain that schedule, it really forces you to be creative and to support your own channel, even when there's those nights where you're super tired from work and maybe all you want to do is to go play Hearthstone or some chill game, you know. Maybe you want to hop on Fallout 4, you don't feel like making a video. It's not saying you should force yourself to create content, but there's something to be said about being creative and trying to make content when your head isn't in that place to do so. Some of the best videos I think I've made have come from times where I'm pretty troubled, where life is super stressful, right? So let's jump back a couple months. I think overwhelmed is kind of the word I'd use in terms of just being very busy the last 2.5 months. I'm actually really excited for the holidays and December and January to get here, because since September, Taken King came out. Leading up to Taken King, a lot of videos. During Taken King, a lot of videos. That was an awesome, awesome time. You guys were crazy supportive, and thank you. Taken King, though, for the hardcore players, is pretty much dead at this point. And I will try and put out a video talking about this, because if Bungie doesn't actually tell us what's coming soon, there's already the exodus. The players are leaving Destiny. You've got a lot of people playing Fallout and Black Ops 3, because we finished everything that we want to do in the Taken King a month ago. And I'll talk about this in a video. I think Vanilla Destiny had it better, because every single week you wanted to get on to do the Nightfall because there was a chance you could get Yallarhorn and the rep buff. That was great. Well, there's no Year 2 Yellowhorn, and there's no weapon of that caliber in Year 2 yet. And there's no rep buff for doing the Nightfall, so people don't care about that. Additionally, they've basically made raid primaries meh. There's 1 or 2 raid primaries that are pretty cool, and the rest are just kind of meh. So why do you want to raid each week? At least with Vault of Glass, all those weapons were the best, coolest things in the game. You wanted Vision of Confluence, you wanted Praetorian Foil and Praedyth's Revenge, and oh my gosh, what's the hand cannon called? Brain fart, I can't remember it right now, but Fatebringer. You wanted those guns. So you did the raid every week. There's none of that. They said that, hey, we made Vault of Glass weapons too good. So much so that even in House of Wolves, all people used were Vault of Glass. So what? Make the current tier raid have just insanely awesome gear that keeps people doing it. Because when you put average gear in the raid, nobody wants to do your raid anymore. Not the hardcore people. Nobody. So I hope they announce some stuff for Destiny soon. I really believe they will in the next few weeks. If they don't, then we'll just go from there. I've got a lot of confidence. The game has a ton of people and crazy numbers in terms of stats. And I do like Destiny, but I don't like Destiny in content drought, and this might be one of the more brutal droughts that we've had. So, moving forward though, full confidence, man. Bungie, Deej is on vacation. They're going to come back, and I bet you anything in the next 2-3 weeks, we're going to get the announcement of some DLC. So right after September, Halo 5 hits at the end of October, which, really nice timing, give me about a month of Destiny, and then here comes Halo 5. This game is good. You know, you might have seen my really long Halo 5 has an uphill battle ahead video, in which I just talk about a lot of the shortcomings with this game, and there are many, but they're outside of the gameplay itself, things that are a lot easier to fix than the sandbox. And that's what matters. Like, yeah, it stinks there's no social, and yeah, they really should work on getting ways in the game for people to play solo that isn't crazy try hard. All that junk aside, sorry, I'm burping. Did you know Stella Artois makes cider? It's delicious hard cider. Whoa, it's so good, but I don't want to burp on the mic. All that silly stuff aside, BTB's coming next week. That's pretty speedy in 343 terms. Like, I was expecting BTB to be delayed, which, look, if you know 343 during the MCC times or Halo 4 times, everything came out way past when they said it would. So to have BTB releasing next week, that's a great thing. We've got 4 new maps coming with BTB. There's more Rex arriving. The season reset's going to occur. It should occur. I tweeted Unishek today asking if it will be the 24th of November, which is a month after the game came out. And I haven't gotten word back just yet, but we were told seasons are going to be 1 month. Halo 5, from a gameplay perspective in multiplayer, dude, I think it worked out just about as good as it possibly could have. And I didn't think that was going to be the case. Feature-wise, it's pretty light, and a lot of people in the YouTube scene, in my circle, are like, hey, I'm playing other games when I don't want to get sweaty or too try-hard. But, like, overall, Halo 5 could have been, like, light years worse. You know what I'm saying? If you were around during Halo 4, if you were around during MCC, Halo 5 actually starts looking pretty good at that point. Now, it's hard to compete during such a massive month of people playing Black Ops 3 and playing Fallout 4. You know, I kind of got called out on my Black Ops video. Like, 99% of you loved it, then a few of you are like, this is so stupid, you're so dumb. Like, I guess I did a bad job of... I was just excited. I was really excited when I made that video because Halo 5 doesn't offer many chill playlists. They're all pretty try hard. Even Warzone, which has true skill, so once you play enough Warzone and win enough, you're going to be matching some pretty big squads of people who know what they're doing. There's just not a whole lot of really relaxing playlists. And Black Ops 3 gave me that. And so it's a nice counterbalance. I've always been this person who's not interested in the, like, skier snowboarder debate. Skiing so much better than boarding, bro. That whole, like, Halo versus Call of Duty thing. We're in such a great era for, like, FPS games right now. It's been dry for a few years, but we've got a few great options that you can sit down and play. You got Destiny, you got Halo 5, you've got Battlefront coming out, which I don't know if that's going to be, how that's going to be. We'll have to wait and play it out. You got your Black Ops 3. And then next spring you have Overwatch dropping, which is also going to be pretty cool. So it's a good time to be an FPS player don't miss out on opportunities just because, I don't know, you've got some old school bias. There's plenty of people who hate Call of Duty. There's plenty of people who hate Halo. There's plenty of people who hate Destiny. I'm somebody who likes to play a variety of things because, I don't know, after doing this for 4 years, just playing the same thing wears you out, dude. Wears you out. It's nice to try some different stuff. But Halo 5, regardless of me hoping for more features, I think pretty darn good game, and I've enjoyed this time. And over the next few months and weeks, we actually get to talk more about this game with these updates. We get to talk about, BTB, the rank reset that's going to happen on each season, Forge and file share. If file share for replays happens, I will do replay reviews. If it does not happen, I will probably not do replay reviews. And the reason for that, okay, if you're new to the channel, I've done a bunch of replay reviews, probably over like 50 of them, where users submitted their file share theater games to me, a game in particular, and they wanted me to go over it. And it was aimed at beginner and intermediate Halo players. And I'd walk through the game, I'd show them some core areas that they could improve, and just walk through basic Halo fundamentals with them through the gameplay. It might be one of the more successful video series I've ever done, and I thank you guys for all that support. But without theater mode, that series to me cannot be the quality that I wanted. A lot of the features in theater mode, like being able to actually show you where the other teams are, when the weapons are spawning, to break the camera away from the player and drive it around the map, that stuff is super important to me for the quality of the video. I know I could have replay reviews go on without file share, and you guys would upload, your Xbox DVR gameplay to some website. I'd have to download it and then go from there. But the Xbox DVR is kind of crummy 720p, and after you've downloaded it and I re-encode it up to YouTube, it's gonna look just crunchy and pixeled and bad, and that's not what I want, man. And then I can't use the theater mode options. It's just not something I want to do quality-wise. That series means a lot, and I don't want to lessen it. Over the next few weeks, you'll also see some more Halo 5 tip videos. To those asking, I've had a couple of you saying, hey, you talked about doing a mobility tip video, where is it? Most of those tips I think I can surgically implant into other videos. I don't know if there's enough mobility tips for me to actually put into a single video, because to me it's pretty obvious stuff. Everybody's like, well, yeah, you can thrust pack in the air, bro. Well, once you do that, you lose the escape tool that is the thrust pack, and guess what? Like 1 second later, they're just going to shoot you. So many people call that out. Well, you can now switch directions in the air with the thrust pack. Yeah, but you can't shoot while you're thrusting, so you're still kind of accomplishing the same thing, and now you don't have an escape tool to get around a corner. Anyway, mini salt session over. YouTube partnership stuff. I had mentioned to you guys a few months ago I'd talk about this. I had intended to switch networks at the end of October. I had a 3-year contract with Machinima, and I ended up working with those guys, and we came to an agreement, and I'm going to be with them for another year. They have been nothing but awesome to me over the last 3 years. If you're not interested in YouTube stuff, you probably you don't care about this whatsoever, but I've been with Machinima 3 years, and all of the stories, the horror stories that you hear of, I've been locked into my contract and I can't get anyone to talk with me. I've never experienced that. Every single time I've gone to speak with them, I've always had very prompt replies. They've always been helpful. They've never missed any of the mandatory stuff that you need to be a partner. They have a lot of tools that are available to you. But I don't have experience with other networks. So if you're somebody who's looking to get partnered, let's say you have a YouTube channel, what I just encourage you is to wait, do research, read every single bit of a contract before you sign it. 3 years ago, one of the hot button videos was like, I can't get out of my contract, bro. They locked me in. Well, if you read most contracts, they have what the term is, and they usually auto-renew that term 2 or 3 months before the expiration of that term, unless you provide them written consent saying, I don't want to renew my contract. All that stuff's written in there, so all those hot button videos are like, dude, you signed a very clear legal contract saying, and I guess that, I don't know, that's kind of an old era of things. But if you are looking at a YouTube contract or network, my full advice, take your time, wait to build your audience more. You might be around 1,500, 2,000 subs. You're like, oh, I got a lot of offers coming in. Take your time, dude. The more you grow on YouTube, the more opportunities are offered to you by different networks. So don't rush into some 3-year contract with flexible CPM. Don't do that stuff. Like, just take your time, read your contract, and do your research before you sign on with somebody. So I'm really pleased about that. There's only one little thing that it's actually present in most YouTube contracts. I cannot disable ads on any of my videos on this channel. Any of them. And if I do, there's an automated system that turns them back on. That's just a term in the contract, and that's a lot of networks that do that. But it's one of the reasons I don't actually do thank you videos, because to me, if I'm going to say thank you guys for 33,000 subscribers, it doesn't feel right for me to have ads put on that video. That seems counterintuitive if I'm saying thank you, trying to, do this outreach, this give back and show gratitude. You shouldn't have to sit through an ad. Most of you don't sit through ads, Times have changed dramatically. I think that's another misconception. Oh, YouTube partners make so much. No, man, I work 40 plus hours a week at a real life job for a very clear reason. A, I enjoy it, but B, ad revenue is garbage on YouTube. I don't know. I guess there's just not accurate places for people to go and look and see what folks make. Oh, I'll just type you into Social Blade. You make $900,000 a year. It's like, no, my gosh, that's so wrong. Ad block has destroyed ad revenue, and it's not what it used to be. Maybe 3-4 years ago, you could have smaller channels making much more than they do. But if you're somebody who has no clue about ad revenue, CPMs, all that stuff, don't overestimate, underestimate. A lot of times people think, guy's got 70,000 subscribers. He's got to be doing it full time. Yeah, if he lives out of a shoebox and has no bills and eats nothing but ramen all the time, then maybe it's possible. All right, what's going on with the channel in the near future? You're going to see some more Destiny. You're going to see some more Halo, as I've pointed out before. I'm extremely excited about Overwatch. I'm a Blizzard nerd. I love Blizzard games. You can check out my second channel for StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. I was a Diamond Terran in Heart of the Swarm, and I put together a lot of tutorial videos for people regarding that game. I'm doing the same thing over on the second channel, where I'm going to be showing some builds and easy ways to get into the game and rank up. I think StarCraft's a wonderful game. So Overwatch coming next spring. We'll probably start talking about it before then, because I imagine beta access is going to start going out to some more people over time. I was able to get into the Heroes of the Storm Alpha, the Heart of the Stone beta, the Heart of the Swarm beta, and one other one that I can't remember right now. So I've had a good track record with getting into those things. It's just right now nobody's getting into Overwatch. But that's going to change, and that's going to be exciting. Blizzard games are super polished. Got BTB to talk about in the near future. We've got whatever updates they're doing to Halo 5. You'll probably see the here and there Black Ops 3 video, because yeah, I am enjoying that game. It's super chill, and if you hate it, no worries, don't watch those videos. But like Destiny and Halo, still the main things for this channel moving forward. I'm in a nice place where I don't do this for a living. It's just a total hobby, and while I thank you guys for all the viewership and the support, if I were to stop uploading tomorrow, everything would be just fine. So I'm not in the same place as those Destiny streamers who are like, uh-oh, do I need to switch games because I'm losing viewership? Same thing, with a Halo person, because it's like my bottom line and my bills don't rely on this, so I get to make videos about the things that I enjoy, which is pretty rad. With all of that said, you guys, thanks for watching. If there is a certain type of content that you'd like to see here on the channel that I'm not doing, or you think would be cool, let me know down below. I read every comment. I'm kind of bad right now about replying, I'm late, I'm slow about replying, because, dude, such an influx of comments right now, and with my real life job, there's just a lot of deadlines going on, so I do try and reply to as much as possible. If you haven't seen a reply from me and you asked a question, do know I read it, and I'll try and get to it, but shoot some suggestions my way, man. As I hiccup here, too much cider, Dragoon. I'm enjoying this a lot. It's been a wonderful year, and I think 2016 is going to be insane in the membrane. Mirror's Edge Catalyst. It's a good time, man. It's a good time to be a gamer. A lot of sweet titles out right now. And maybe Battlefront. I don't know. Gosh, I'm very split on Battlefront. I don't know how it's going to be. I didn't play the beta. Watched a lot of it, and it looks fun, and I'll probably end up getting it, but will that game live past 2 weeks, or is it going to be a Titanfall? You know? And of course, EA wants to already charge you $60 at launch for their DLC Prime package, but they haven't even announced what the DLC will be just yet. Very EA of you. Thanks everybody for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Go play something fun, and we'll talk with you next time.